Okay, so I have used CoSpaces Maker in the past. They are getting rid of that and merging it with CoSpaces Edu. So let's go ahead and look at what this site looks like. You can log in with a Microsoft or Google email, which is nice. I'm a Microsoft school and I feel like that's not often an option. The free version, you only get one class and one assignment. That's pretty limiting. But there's my class. There's my assignment. This is the code that I give the students. The students can log in with that. I'm not actually using it in my class right now, so I created a fake student, which is also me. So as a teacher, I can go into their account. That's something I couldn't have done before, so I can see what they're doing for my assignment. That's kind of nice. As a student, or them, I can do things like change their environment. They can also change their environment. So maybe we want it to be there. You can also upload 360 photos if you have them. Then you can put in all of these objects. We've got characters, more objects, building blocks. These were big when we made museums, right? You want the wall there. And then maybe we want a sign on the wall. And I want it up. You can rotate on all axes, which is pretty nice. Some of my students didn't like using this to put in the text. So they would actually save their text as an image and then upload it, which we actually did with a lot of our stuff. For example, upload, not want an image from web, I want an image that I have. You can also upload audio, which is nice. A lot of my students did like an introduction. So let's say, for example, I wanted, I don't know, to have an abstract art museum. I could add that in. Each of these lets me rotate. I can rotate people. And then when you're into coding, you can also edit some of the code on these things. I will admit I didn't get into that, so I can't tell you very much about it, but that is something that you can do to animate, I believe. Let's get back home. So the gallery is really where most of my students get inspired. We made virtual reality museums. So this was one, so they didn't have to start from scratch. Which is just a room with a lot of dogs. And they used to have a function where they could copy it and then use it. And they still have that, but now it's a pro function. So when you click here, copy to my spaces, that used to let you move it to your area and then you could delete and edit things. So I want to show you what one of my students did with that. This is dogs. This is the exact same. If we go back, we can see dogs. He made this from that room, except for he deleted all of the dogs and he uploaded all of his Igbo artifacts. And then he put the little people in and he was very happy with himself. Another one that people liked for inspiration, this one had the sound for the background. My students liked using audio of them speaking, so the introduction paragraph they usually would speak, but this has a dripping sound. which works nicely. When you go to share, it gives you a few options for sharing. So the QR code, which opens in Snapchat, a lot of students like. Also embed it in certain places. So there we go. That's CoSpaces. My students really enjoyed it, partially I think because it chunked up an essay, but I'm not sure it's worth it with the current restrictions and needing to do everything from scratch.